All right, so now what we're witnessing in the India bloc, is it just mere political posturing with each other, or is it real trouble? Whichever it is, it's too close to the Lok Sabha elections and the India bloc is yet to get its house in order. Let's cut across to our panelists this evening. Joining me, Amitabh Tiwari, political strategist and commentator, Dr. Shantanu, TMC MP, Rajya Sabha, Siddharth Yadav, spokesperson, Bharatiya Janata Party, Sanjay Jha, former spokesperson, Congress. I want to cut across to Dr. Shantanu Sen. Dr. Shantanu Sen, you yourself, just a short while ago, in that public statement, had given a scathing indictment of the Congress and its slow pace on figuring out the seat-sharing arrangement in TMC. Your own leader yesterday practically stated she could go and do it alone, and the Congress is free to fight 300 seats on its own. You know, you've had a Rahul Gandhi who tried to cool down temper, saying he's very close to Mamata Banerjee. Seat sharing is going fine. But what's happening? What is really happening where the TMC camp is concerned?
Congress first and foremost agenda is to oust BJP, to make a BJP-free India, to give real political, social and economic freedom to the people of the country at large. Mamata Banerjee has categorically told that Congress can contest in 300 seats straightaway against BJP, where Trinamool Congress is not going to contest anywhere. But on the contrary, in our state of West Bengal, the Congress president is moving in just opposite direction. He is here not in a mode to weaken BJP. Rather, he is here to weaken Trinamool Congress, the only anti-BJP force in West Bengal. And that's why in order to do so, he is holding hands of CPIM, he is holding hands of ISF, and he is indirectly and directly benefiting BJP, Bharatiya Janata Party. We want to remind Mr. President of Pradesh Congress Committee that under your leadership, the number of legislative assembly of Congress party is 0. Even in your assembly, in your parliamentary constituency, out of 7 assembly constituencies, you couldn't win even a single seat in the last assembly election. And that too, in your own assembly constituency, BJP won. That is the most unfortunate part of the story. Even after all this, you are misusing and you are using bad words against the only lady chief minister of the country, Madam Mamata Banerjee, who is categorically saying, yes, our first and foremost target is to oust BJP. We want to fight BJP. If you see, whenever Trinamool Congress fought against BJP, Trinamool Congress won. On the contrary, there are so many instances where Congress couldn't fight BJP head-on. In our state of West Bengal, because of the existing Pradesh Congress president, these types of trouble mongering,
So Dr. Sen, is the message now very clear? Dr. Sen, is the message now very clear from the TMC that if the Congress doesn't come to the table seriously, doesn't rein in Mr. Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary, who's making all these statements, then the TMC is happy to forge its own way?
In 2021, Congress fought against Trinamool Congress along with CPIM, that is left front. And Trinamool Congress fought alone, and Trinamool Congress won so much of seats by the blessings of common people. So if Pradesh Congress Committee moves in a different direction, in contravention to the existing essence of the India alliance, then it is the duty of Rahul Gandhi to control his Pradesh Congress Committee president.
Okay. Sanjay Jha, you know, for somebody who's been in the Congress, this is classic Congress, because here you have your right hand who doesn't know what the left hand is doing. Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary holds a press conference in the morning, completely taking down Mamata Banerjee. By the afternoon, you have a Rahul Gandhi who says we are very close. One person says one thing from our camp, one person says something from their camp, but all is well. Here you have the TMC MP, Rajya Sabha, Dr. Shantanu, saying that all is not well. The Congress needs to wake up and read the writing on the wall. Otherwise, the TMC, in all clear terms, is happy to forge alone away from this particular alliance. At least that seems to be the warning.
Preeti, I will completely agree with my friend Mr. Sen. The Congress, being the linchpin of the entire alliance, has to demonstrate not just accommodation but pragmatism. And, I'm of the opinion that, the 3 months that the Congress party lost between September, October, November, because people were waiting for the assembly results and hoping to be on a stronger position of negotiation, was highly myopic, because the Lok Sabha would just be 3 months later. And I think even now, if you take the classic example of West Bengal, the TMC is the prime dominant force to stop the BJP and probably hold on and do better. It's important at this point that the alliance follows a principle. In fact, let me share it with you. I have recommended that to a number of people in the alliance, that the dominant party in every state should have the veto in terms of the seat distribution. If there is an issue, they can argue it out, but the final word must be left with that party. So if the TMC is the biggest player in West Bengal, and if it believes that Mr. Adhir Rangan Chaudhary will get only 2 seats of the Congress,
but
go with it.
okay, but Sanjay Jha, that is something which even the TMC had said in the formula that it wanted to work out where seat sharing is concerned, where the dominant party takes the final call, and look at your Lok Sabha and your state assembly results to come up with a figure better. The question is, in all of this, Sanjay Jha, you have a Rahul Gandhi and you have the Congress, which seem to be actually warming up more to the left, which is a non-player in the West Bengal, rather than actually want to do business with the TMC.
Well, in my opinion, I think this is a call that the Congress party delays at its own peril. I personally believe that the TMC and a Congress combined will be formidable. Of course, I think the left parties have been traditional opponents of the TMC. And, there has to be a formula worked out. But I'm saying that one thing which is straightforward, and I'm glad you're doing a program on that, Preeti, this does not help the alliance's cause, not just in West Bengal, but across the country. Because the important thing is that the messaging must go out that we are moving fast forward. Because if you get seat distribution behind you, you can focus on your campaigning and the strategy for winning the election.
It just seems it's just too late for all of that, Sanjay Jha. But, stay with me. I'd like to bring it.
Preeti, it's not too late. In my opinion, it's a question of being decisive. I think the Congress can't be in the state of asmanjas and duvida.
I want to bring in Amitabh Tiwari. But Sanjay Jha, why I say it's too late is because how are you going to set your strategy in order? You already clearly have a juggernaut which is firing on multiple levels, be it religion, be it deliverance, be it Viksit Bharat. And then you can't even come up with a basic strategy of seat sharing. And that is what was feared from the beginning, Amitabh Tiwari, wasn't it? But I want to bring you in and maybe focus on the state of West Bengal. 2019, to the surprise of Mamata Banerjee, the BJP comes in and takes 18 seats. And this is very important for Mamata Banerjee to regain her hegemony, that the BJP is limited in terms of that it doesn't reach anywhere close to that 18-seat figure of the 42 in West Bengal.
Yeah, that is why Mamata Banerjee needs Congress there, because the vote share gap or the advantage which TMC had in 2019 was just 3%. And Congress has around 6% vote share, 5.7% to be precise. So if the two parties had contested together, then BJP would have lost anywhere between 6 to 8 seats. And that's the entire arithmetic of the alliance as to why these two parties need to be together if they have to stop the BJP juggernaut. But the major issue with this is that the TMC, NCP and YSRCP are parties which have split from the Congress and have regained prominent position in the states ahead of Congress, barring NCP, which has split up. So that is the basic problem with this alliance. That's number one. Number two is that TMC was part of NDA earlier, then shifted to UPA, formed government in Bengal in alliance with the Congress, and then riding on the vote share of the Congress, it has become a dominant player today with Congress reduced to 0 seats. Now, the basic problem of this alliance is that since this alliance is only for Lok Sabha, and there is no block deal or visibility for the next Vidhan Sabha elections. Now, these parties, not only in West Bengal, but in other states also, have been vigorously fighting against each other. So they just can't kiss and make up for a Lok Sabha election just because the top leadership wants them to do so. Correct. If the Congress party fears that if they accept only 2 seats, then it is going to be disastrous for them. Whatever vote share they have on the remaining 40 seats, that is likely to transfer to TMC. And once it happens, it can also be a permanent loss of votes, like it has happened in Delhi and in other states. So that's the big worry. It's the worry about protecting their own vote shares on an independent basis, because this alliance is not for a long term. It is a short term alliance only for the general.